So this was really fun. It actually went totally viral online and was a really exciting experience.
When to actually make something and touch it and see people react to it, it's really very satisfying. I think that's why people make.
It's fun to make people surprise and make people smile and laugh.
I've always been creative. I love the idea of creating. I love the challenge. I like to explore different ways of creating.
This passion comes from a long time ago. Since when I was very young, I was helping my dad with fixing any kind of stuff, and we shared this passion.
I'm really interested in my kids having that awareness from day one, is that they can see that if there's a problem needing to be solved, that they can do it themselves.
The concept for our wedding invitation was Indochine. We wanted to make it personal and show a little bit of my culture and Patrick's culture. We're going to have this forever, and it's going to be nice to look back. And it's double happiness. Who doesn't want double happiness in their house? So we took a class at Tech Shop. It's just a lot of fun. It just gets your juices running and you're like, oh my God, what else can I cut?
People get very excited. So it's very contagious, and everybody is happy to share their experiences and pass them along.
Living in San Francisco is wonderful because there are so many different types of artists. So Instructable is a website and an online community site. People share a recipe of making things. It was a last-minute project, but last year's Halloween, I wanted to make costume for my dog. Then it was so much fun walking with my dog on the street.
Ciao, I'm Francesco Tonioni. I'm Italian from Rome. Actually, I am based in the Neuchâtel office in Switzerland. My inspiration comes from the need to solve a problem. The idea of the drum comes from a friend who was looking for a way to have a lighter snare without giving up on sound quality. The solution has been to carve the drum walls, to create the pockets which turned out to amplify the sound as well as make it lighter. Somebody submit me a problem, and I love to find a solution for it.
It's pretty heavy. It's glass because acrylic mirror doesn't really reflect the same way. It was a pretty simple project. I just glued some mirrors to a helmet, but I wanted to do a really kind of clean and professional looking job with it. My mom will always say, like, people should do what they did when they were 5 years old, and when I was 5 I was playing dress up and building things with Legos. For me as a maker, I just feel like I've finally found a place where I can explore any kind of weird idea that I have, and there's an audience for it, so that's exciting.
The process is often a lot of thinking, a lot of chicken scratch on paper. I like to do what I like to call just simple napkin sketches with a bunch of notes. I will riddle my sketches with notes as to where I'm going with that small portion of the concept and the entire concept overall. I was asked to come up with a design for a trophy that could award or celebrate the artistry within the flame world. Anyone that's familiar with the world of Autodesk Flame knows that there's an amazing amount of creativity that these artists bring to their craft. And there's a very interesting story behind this trophy with this individual with the fish on his head. Was having a dinner party, and he was going to cook this giant fish, so he put that fish on his head, and his friend that was a photographer took this picture. A lot of people right off the bat recognized that image. It was very iconic and historic for Flame and for the history of Autodesk Flame.
We bought a cargo bike, came just as a frame, and you actually have to build out the cargo area, so using the tools that were available. And it's got a motor, so you can travel 30 or 40 miles on it. The bike always gets a huge reaction wherever we stop. So it's really exciting to see that Autodesk is setting itself up as a place where things can actually be made physically, as well as designed and prototyped virtually.